All right, welcome. Started here in a couple minutes. Let people join. Got the easy yoga flow today. Shouldn't be too bad. Yeah, should just need mat. Shouldn't need any props or anything. We'll get started here in just a couple of minutes. All right, might want some water nearby. Water is always nice. Thank you to whoever the one person is that has joined. Appreciate it. Even one is enough to teach. Promise. All right, well, let's go ahead and do some yoga. How's that? So yeah, we'll just do a pretty standard flow. We'll probably go for 30 to 40 minutes. We'll have some shavasana at the end, but we'll just kind of be hitting all areas of the body. Start pretty slow, get the spine all warmed up, and then we will get rolling. Let me check one more thing. All right, should be good. All right, let's get some yoga going. All right, so we're just going to start here in this cross-legged seated position. So end of the day yoga here. We all just go done with our long days. I like to just take a second, focus in on my breath, focus in on just bringing my attention to the mat here. So we'll sit, find a nice tall spine. You start to feel your sit bones that are in the ground. Just find a nice neutral position where you don't have to work on balancing or moving, holding yourself up. Just gonna slowly close our eyes. You can start to tuck your head down a little bit if you want. From here, we're just going to start to take nice long inhales through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Repeat. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Now go ahead and start to put a count to your breath. So as you inhale, maybe you count to 4 on the inhale. Quick pause at the top. And then exhale for the exact amount. You might be more of a 5-count person, 6-count person, whatever is going to be comfortable for you. We're just going to start nice and slow. So we're going to inhale. Pause at the top. Exhale, release for the exact same count. Inhale again, do your count. Pause. Exhale. I'll let you go on your own here. Just kind of get lost in your breath, in your own world. We'll do about 5 or 6 breaths here on our own. Try to keep your attention on your breath. If it starts to wander, start to think about your to-do list or planning something later, try to bring it back. Just focus on that breath. All right, just one more breath here on your own. All right, go ahead and just let your breath return to normal. You can open your eyes. You can keep them closed if you want. We're just going to start by stretching our neck out. So just taking your head, we're just going to start to slowly make a yes motion. So dipping our chin down towards our chest. Slowly sending that chin up, stretching out the front of the neck. And slowly go through the 2 of those. Start to check in with your spine. Make sure you have a nice tall spine still, sitting tall. All right, let's go ahead and change those yeses in the nose. We'll just bring our head back up to center. Slowly start taking our nose from left to right, right to left. Nice, slow, and controlled. Just little movements to warm our neck up. All right, go ahead and bring your head back to center. We'll go ahead and just start to slowly drop it down. We'll slowly start to roll our head to the right. We're going to bring our right ear to our right shoulder. Start to feel a stretch on the left side of the neck. You kind of start to let your left elbow be heavy. Pull this left shoulder away from the left ear there. You can start to feel more of a stretch. And we'll slowly just let our head dip down back through center. Nice and slow, being aware of your neck muscles. We'll pull left ear to left shoulder, stretching out that right side. Pull that right shoulder away from the right ear. Slowly we'll move back to the other side, down through center again. Right ear to right shoulder. And back to the other side. Left ear to left shoulder. Good. Now go ahead and just do any other movements that you want to do with your head or your neck. Just tune in with your neck. Whatever it needs right now. You might go back to yeses or nos. All right, and our final neck stretch here, we're going to take our right hand and just walk it out to the right of our hip. Point that thumb up in the air. Pinky's going to be on the ground. And now we'll take that head, take our left ear to left shoulder. And you start to feel even more of a stretch down the shoulder all the way down the arm. The further you point that top thumb away on the right side, the more of a stretch that you'll feel. A couple breaths here. Good. Now slowly just drop your head back down through center. We'll bring that right hand in. Send that left hand out to the left. As we roll our right ear to right shoulder. Same thing on the other side. Good. Go ahead and just bring that hand back to the knee. We'll have both hands on the knee. We can roll our head down to center. We'll go ahead and just sit up tall now. Blink open your eyes if they're still closed. Go ahead and just start rolling the shoulders up to your ears, pinching them back behind you. We'll do a couple of rotations this way. So just rolling up in front towards the ears, pinch behind us, roll back down. Go ahead and switch rotations now. So roll up behind you and then roll them forward and down. All right, good. We're going to do our first inhale and bring arms up above our head. So really reach both arms up high. As we exhale, we're going to come into cactus. We're going to spread the fingers. Elbows are just going to go out to the sides. We'll shine our chest through our elbows. And we'll inhale right back up. We'll do that 3 more times, nice and slow. Exhale down to cactus. Stretching out the shoulders and the chest here, just putting some movement in that area. Inhale back up. Exhale down. Inhale back up again. Exhale down, last one. Spread the fingers. Good. Go ahead and just release the hands down. Bring both hands to the tops of the knees. We're going to do a couple of seated cat-cows here. So all we're going to do is we're going to first start with a cat position. So on an exhale, we'll just start to slowly fall back, using our hands and our knees to catch ourselves. Tailbone tucks under. Head rounds out. Head goes down. So we're trying to round out the back here nice and slow. And as we inhale, we'll come forward, shine the chest the other way. We'll pull on our knees, pull our elbows back behind us. Head goes back, tailbone tucks away from us. And slowly move back to that cat position. So we're just rounding out and flexing the spine. Don't worry too much about how this one looks. Just really get in touch with how your spine feels. Do about 2 more each side here. Last one here. When you're done, we'll all just meet back up at the center. Go ahead and just sit up tall again for that nice seated position. Now we're going to take our torso and make some clockwise rotations. So we're just loosening up the hips, lower back. This is another one, not to worry about how it looks. It's really just how it feels. So start to get in tune with your hips, your lower back. Take a big inhale, straighten out the spine. Exhale, we're just going to start to lean forward. Our hands can stay on our knees. As we come forward, we'll reach a final position. We'll slowly move over to the right. Slowly move our weight and our torso back behind us, over to the left, so on and so forth. Again, don't worry about how this one looks. Just worry about how this one feels for your lower back and your hips. We'll do a couple more this way, and then we'll switch and go the other way. one more clockwise. We'll all meet in center. And real quick, before we go the other way, just go ahead and switch which foot is in front on your cross-legged position, just so that we stay balanced at all times. Switch that front foot, find that seated position again, sit up tall, take a big inhale. Exhale, we'll lean forward, and then we'll go counterclockwise. Forward, over to the left, and fall back, over to the right, and continue with that motion. Maybe try to sync it up with your breath. So maybe as you come up, you take a big inhale, and exhale as you come around and go forward. We'll do one more this way. All right, good. So from here, go ahead and sit up tall again. We're gonna take both hands. We're gonna inhale up high, reach, really stretch that spine out. As we exhale, drop your left hand down just on the ground next to your left hip. Next inhale, really push up that right arm, reach as high up as you can. As we exhale, we're gonna lean over into that left hand, really pushing that right hip down to the ground. Our goal here is to try to create as much separation between right pinky and right hip as possible. So make sure you're not collapsing too much on that left side, really thinking up and over. We're gonna take just a couple more breaths on this side. Next inhale, push from that left hand. We're gonna come all the way up. Both hands come up high. Exhale, drop that right arm down. Next inhale, really reach that left arm up. And exhale, we'll lean over to the right now. Same thing on this side, create separation between the left hand and left hip. You might find that it starts to become kind of harder to breathe in poses like this. Really try to emphasize breathing deep into the stomach, creating space in your chest, your core. All right, inhale, let's come back up. Both arms come high. Exhale, we're going to go to that left side again. Drop that left hand down. Inhale that right arm up. Exhale, lean over to the left. Maybe go a little deeper on this one. All right, and hold this position for a little longer. I'm going to show you what we're going to move to next. What we're going to do is take this right hand, really reach it down over that left knee. Really feeling a good stretch on that right side. Hand will hit the ground, and then we'll slowly walk our hand all the way over to the other side, and we'll come up and do it on that side. All right, so let's go ahead and do that on the right side here. So take a big inhale. As we exhale, we're going to throw that right arm away from the right hip, nice and slow. Feel that stretch. Our hands are going to meet the ground. You can just slowly walk your hands around. We'll come through center, come all the way to this right side now. Once your right hand lines up with your right hip, we'll inhale, lift that left arm up. Exhale, lean over a little deeper, stretch out that left side. Couple breaths here. Next exhale, let's reach that left arm over that right knee. Really feel the stretch on the left side body, on the left hip. Once the hand touches the ground, we'll walk through center. Come all the way over. We're going to do each side just one more time. So once that left hand lines up with the left hip, inhale, right arm up. Exhale, stretch. Couple breaths. Next exhale, let's bring that right arm down, stretch it over that left knee, walk the hands around. We'll come through center. Same thing on this side. Right hand's going to line up with the right hip. Inhale that left arm up. Exhale, lean over to the right. Next exhale, stretch that left arm over the right knee. Bring it to the ground. This time we'll walk our hands just to center. When we get to center, we're going to inhale and just lift our chest up, straighten out the spine. And exhale, walk the hands out. Let's fold over our legs. Really be in tune with your lower back and your hips. Take about 4 deep breaths here. Just see if gravity can start to open you up. Next inhale, start to push into the hands. Go ahead and sit up tall. We're almost done in the seated position here. Just one more move. We're going to inhale, bring both arms up high. Exhale, keep your arms high. We're just going to turn our torso to the left and hold. Maybe a little core work here. Hold for a breath. Exhale, one more big inhale. Exhale, drop the hands down. Left arm's going to go behind you into the ground. Right hand will go to the top of that left knee. With our next inhale, we're going to push into that left hand behind us and straighten out the spine. As we exhale, we'll turn our head and our gaze to the left and start to come into this twist a little bit more, using that hand on the right knee as a fulcrum. This is a great one where our breathing gets a little constricted, so breathe deep into the stomach. And with every exhale, just twist a little bit deeper. Take about 3 more breaths here. All right, on your next inhale, we're going to keep this right hand exactly where it's at on the left knee. We're going to inhale, left arm up high. As we exhale, we're going to drop this right shoulder towards the right knee, nice and slowly. You're going to start to feel a pull on that left side body. Kind of similar stretch what we were doing earlier, but this one's going to twist you a little bit more. The goal is shoulder to the knee. If you can't get that, don't worry. Take about 3 deep breaths here. Feel that left hip push into the ground. Feel it open up. One more breath. On your exhale, just slowly bring your hands to the ground in front of you. You're going to slowly come back to center, release both hands, sit up tall again, and we'll do the other side. All right, so we'll inhale, both arms come up high. Exhale, let's turn to the right, keep the arms up, hold for a breath. Big inhale. Exhale, drop the hands down. Left hand goes to right knee, right arm, right hand goes behind you. Next inhale, we're going to push in that arm that's behind us, straighten out the spine. Exhale, turn your gaze to the right. Start to twist. Keep breathing deep into your stomach for the twist here. Every exhale, get a little deeper. 2 more breaths. Next inhale, we'll keep that left hand on the right knee. We're going to shoot that right arm up. So exhale, we're going to start to lean that left shoulder towards the left knee. Start to feel the stretch on the lower right side of your back into the hip. 3 or 4 deep breaths here. Really trying to open that chest up to the ceiling. Next exhale, just slowly bring that arm down to the ground. Bring both hands back to the ground. Go ahead and find that nice seated tall position again. We're going to take another round of those, about 5 breaths. Just close our eyes. Find your count again, whether that be an inhale of 4, exhale of 4, or an inhale of 5, exhale of 5. Take some breaths here. Start to check in with your body. Hopefully it's starting to feel a little looser than when we just started. All right, let's keep moving with our yoga practice. So we're going to come out of this seated position here. We're just going to roll around to a tabletop position. So tabletop, just come to all 4s. Oh, just to kind of loosen us up to start. Since we've been sitting in that cross-legged position for a little bit, we're just going to start to take our entire body in a clockwise rotation. So kind of what we did before. This one's going to loosen up our hip joint and our shoulder joints a little bit. So we'll just slowly start to lean forward over our hands. Slowly start to move our weight over to the right. Hips follow. Hips start to go back, almost towards the child's pose. Come over to the left. Same thing. Do about 3 rotations each way. Just nice and slow. Another pose, not to worry about how it looks, just how it feels. So after you do 3 that way, you just stop in the center, move back the other way. We'll go counterclockwise. After your 3 that way, we'll all just meet in the center again. Find that good tabletop position. Knees directly under the hips, wrists right under the shoulders. We're going to do a couple normal cat-cows here. So with an inhale, we'll start to drop the belly down, roll the shoulders back, gaze goes up, tailbone goes up. Exhale, we'll push into our hands, round the back out, tuck the head and the tailbone under. Inhale the cow again. Exhale the cat. One more each way. We'll inhale the cow. Exhale the cat. Slowly just return to center. Start to do a little work with our shoulders and our hips here. We're going to take that left foot and just shoot it straight out behind us. Be nice and solid and hold there. Check in with your left hip. Make sure it's not floating up in the air. Try to bring it nice and level with the right hip. Toe points down. Hold for a second here. Good. And slowly just let that left knee come back down. Do the same on the right side. Shoot that right leg straight up behind you. Toes point down. Check in with that hip. Lower it down if it needs to be. And lower the right knee down. All right, let's keep working with that. Go ahead and bring that left leg out again. Toes point down. Check in with the hip. Now from here, we're going to take the left foot. We're just going to try to move it as far out to the left as possible. Whatever your body lets you, keep that leg straight. And then go ahead and move it all the way back through center, as far over to the left as possible. Cross it over that right foot. And then go ahead and just plop that left foot down, crossed over the right foot. And then we'll send our gaze over the right shoulder. Find that left foot. Start to feel a stretch on the right side of that body. Take a couple breaths here. Next inhale, lift that foot up again. We'll just come back to center. Go ahead and just bring that knee back down. Find your tabletop position. Shake anything out if you need, any wrists. We'll go ahead and move to the other side. So we'll shoot that right leg straight up behind us. Toes point down. Check in with that hip. Now take that right foot, move it as far out to the right as you can, whatever your body lets you. Slowly move it the other way, move it as far to the left as you can. Cross over that left foot. Go ahead and plop that foot down. Send your gaze over the left shoulder. Start to feel a little stretch on the right side. Hold here for a couple breaths. Next inhale, lift that foot back up. We'll bring it back to center. Go ahead and bring it on down. We're going to go back to a wide-legged child's pose here. So bring your knees as wide as the mat. Feet come together. Hands can come out a couple inches. And we're just going to simply sit the hips back nice and slow. Hips sit on the heels. Chest starts to melt towards the mat. Take about 4 just deep breaths here. Melt into this pose. Next inhale, let's come back up to our tabletop. We're going to do a couple barrel rolls here, just kind of warm up the spine a little bit more. So we'll take our left hand first. We're just going to reach it as far under the right armpit as you can, kind of reaching for the middle of your back on the right side. Then slowly take that left arm and reach up to the left as high as you can. And we'll go through that motion 2 more times. So reach as far to the left as possible. Inhale all the way up. Exhale under 1 more time. Inhale up. Now we're going to come to thread the needle here. So we're going to shoot this left hand underneath that armpit. Again, we'll put the back of the left palm onto the ground. Slowly bring this left shoulder towards the ground. Using this right hand as a kickstand, we'll turn our head to the right. Head just rests on the ground. Using that right hand so there's not too much weight in your neck there. You can start to feel a good pull. Should feel a pull on the back of the left shoulder, maybe down the left side of the body. Couple breaths here. Next inhale, push into that right hand. Let's come back up to the tabletop. We'll go ahead and move to the other side. So find that good solid tabletop position again. Pick our right hand up. We'll exhale, shoot that right arm under as far as possible. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, under. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, under. Inhale, up one more time. Exhale, shoot that right hand underneath. We'll thread the needle on this side. Back of the hand comes to the ground. We'll drop that right shoulder to the ground. Use this left hand as a kickstand so there's not too much weight in your neck. A couple breaths on this side. Next inhale, push into the left hand. Let's come back up to our tabletop. We're going to do a quick puppy dog pose here. So we're going to walk our hands out pretty far. And it's kind of like a child's pose, but we're going to keep our hips up in the air. What we're going to do is just drop our chest down to the ground. Take some breaths here. Open up the chest, the shoulders. Next exhale, let's just slowly come up, walk our hands back. Come to this tabletop. We'll do a quick bird dog here, and then we'll get moving a little bit more. So bird dog, we're going to first shoot our right foot out, just like we've done before, toes point down. Now either stay here and hold, or the next variation, you can lift this left arm out. Reach it out in front of you. Try to create separation between the right heel and the left hand. Either hold here, or if you want, you can do a couple elbow to knee taps. So we'll take a big inhale. Exhale, underneath us, we'll tap left elbow to right knee. Inhale back out. Exhale, elbow to knee. We'll do two more. Inhale out. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale out last time. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale out. And lower both down. Good. Go ahead and shake that right arm out if you need. Go ahead and move to the other side whenever you're ready. From that tabletop, shoot that left leg out. Left leg hold straight. Whenever you're ready, you can inhale that right arm up if your body wants. You either hold here. I'll do some bird dogs. Take a big inhale. Exhale, let's tap knee to elbow underneath. Inhale back out. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale out. Exhale, elbow. Inhale out, last one. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale out. And lower down. Good. Go ahead and just untuck those toes. Hands come out a couple inches. We're going to come back to a normal width child's pose. So we'll just sit here on our heels, just a couple breaths. All right, now as we come forward, let's come all the way to our stomachs. Do a quick Sphinx pose here. So hands are going to come out. We're going to come up to our elbows. Elbows are directly under the shoulders. Hands are flat on the ground. We're going to push into the ground, start to shine our chest up and forward. Start to pull the ground, the mat back towards you. Start to feel a stretch on the front side of your body. You can keep stretching here if you want. You can try to lift one leg up and the other. This is a really good lower back strengthening exercise. Take just a couple more breaths here. Good. Go ahead and lower all the way back down. Go ahead and put your hands right under your shoulders. We'll push back up to our tabletop. Go ahead and tuck the toes behind you. We're going to go back to our first down dog of the day. So that first down dog, we'll take a big inhale. Exhale, lift the hips up. Knees hover off the ground. Another inhale here. Exhale, hips go up and back. And we'll find ourselves on our first down dog of the day. Nice straight spine. Gaze goes in between the thighs. You can walk the dog out if you want. So straighten one leg then the other. Maybe push it into the calf of the straightened leg. All right, good. So in our down dog here, come bring our heels back to neutral. Take a big inhale. As we exhale, let's walk our feet up to our hands at the top of the mat. Bend your knees as much as you need. As we come to the top of our mat, we're going to come to a forward fold, feet about hips width apart, knees are plenty bent. You can just cross at the elbows if you want. As we inhale, we're going to bend our knees, raise all the way up high, arms go high. Go ahead when you get to the top, interlace your fingers together. So fingers will interlace, and we'll shine them out away from us, so just like so. We'll inhale, fingers are pushed away from us. So we exhale, we're going to slightly round our back, bring our hands out, push forward. And start to feel a stretch kind of on your upper back, your trap muscles. Inhale back up. Exhale, come on back down. Again, round out that back, slight bend in the knee. Inhale up. Exhale, release the hands. We'll swan dive all the way down into a forward fold. Nice and slowly, we'll inhale our backs to half high. So neck stretches out. Hands come to our shins. Exhale, lower back down. Bend the knees, plant your hands. Go ahead and just step back to a plank. Hold the high plank. Take a big inhale. Exhale, send the hips up and back to a down dog. Couple breaths here. Now from here, we're going to take our left leg. We're going to lift it high up into the air with an inhale. As we exhale, bring that left foot up to the hands. Help with your hand if you need. We're going to come to a high lunge, so you can either keep your hands on the ground right here, or we'll just come up. Hands can come to prayer. Hold for just a couple seconds. Feet are actively pushing against each other. Nice strong base. Now next, exhale, you can either step your back foot to the front, or you can bring your hands to the ground. Step all the way up. We'll just come into a forward fold here. Next inhale, bend your knees, reach all the way up high. Arms go up. Interlace those fingers just like we did before. Palms face away. Exhale, let's round the back out. Push the arms away. Inhale, arms come back up. Exhale, release the hands. Swan dive all the way down to your forward fold. A couple extra breaths here in this forward fold. Stretch out the hamstrings a little bit more. You can grab your big toes with your hands if you want. You can grab the backs of your calves. Next inhale, let's raise the back to half high. So we'll just straighten it out. Exhale, lower all the way down. Plant the hands, step back to a plank. Take a big inhale. As we exhale, we're going to come through a chaturanga. So go ahead if you know how to do so. If not, we just slowly lower down. You can drop to your knees to make it a little easier. We'll lower down, push our hips into the ground, come up through our up dog. Either stay right here, or if you want to lift your legs off the ground, you can do that too. Or hips can just sit on the ground. Couple breaths. Good, and we'll slowly just move back to our down dog. However you want to get there, you can send the hips straight back or just come through tabletop. Plant the toes, push up and back. We'll all meet in down dog. All right, we're going to send our right leg up into the air now with a big inhale. So we exhale, bring that right foot up to the hands, wherever you can get it there. We'll come up to a high lunge. You to keep your hands on the ground or come on up. Find a nice sturdy base, find your balance. Now next exhale, either step up, bring the back foot up, or you can bring your hands to the ground. Step up if that's how you want to get there. We'll come to another forward fold, just a quick one here. Go ahead and inhale all the way up high. Arms come up. Interlace our fingers just like we've been doing. Palms face away. Exhale, round the back out, bend the knees. Feel this stretch again. Go ahead and inhale all the way back up. Exhale, let's swan dive, release the hands, come all the way down to your forward fold again. Couple breaths here. Maybe play around with straightening out one leg, bending the other. It really helps if you push the straightened leg, if you push that shoulder out away, just moving in between the two, nice and slowly. Good. All right. So from here, we're just going to put a slight bend in our knee. Our hands are going to come to the ground. We'll walk our feet out just a couple inches here. Toes are both going to end up pointing out. And now we're slowly just going to sit all the way down to a squat. If that foot position is not comfortable for you, go ahead and just mix it up. You can bring your feet closer together, wider apart. Everybody's hips are different. We're just going to sit here, let gravity do a little work for us. You can bring your hands to prayer in between your legs. If you want any more of a stretch in the groin, push the elbows out. If that's too much on you, keep your hands on the ground. Just a couple more breaths here. Maybe start to focus on the spine. You might be naturally hunched over. Slowly start to bring that whole spine together. All right, now keeping whatever width you have in your feet, we're going to slowly start to lean forward. We'll bring our hands to the ground. We're just going to stand all the way back up, nice and slow. You're going to start to feel a nice stretch. Those hamstrings, whenever you get to a good point, you're going to bring the feet back together. We'll keep the heels how they are. Again, try to keep a little bit wider width in your hips here. And we'll hold this forward fold for a couple breaths. All right, good. Now go ahead and just inhale your back to half high really quick. Exhale, lower back down. Plant the hands. We'll pivot those toes outwards, and we'll sit all the way back down to our squat one more time. Again, try to find that nice tall spine as you sit here. All right, and now we're going to go down to our butts now. So to get out of this, just simply fall on back and sit down. So come to our butts, a little bit more stretching here. So start here, we're going to have knees up. We'll come all the way down to our backs. Knees are going to be up. Both arms are just going to go out to the sides. We're going to start to take our knees just nice and slowly, let them fall from right to left, left to right. Just put a little twist in our body, releasing that lower back that we've been stretching out. All right, and then bring both knees up to center. We'll go ahead and take that right leg and just send it out straight. Go ahead and grab this, bring this left knee up to our chest. We'll go ahead and just grab that knee, start to pull it into your chest. Now you can either pull it straight towards your chest, or if it feels a little bit more natural, you can try to pull it towards that left armpit. And now from there, you can start to move it around a little bit left to right, see if there's any extra tight spots you want to work out. All right, good. Now we'll go ahead and grab behind the left knee, so not on top, but just right behind it. We'll slowly start to straighten out this left leg. Goal here is try to push that heel up towards the ceiling, try to get a nice straight leg, and then take those toes and just pull them back towards your face. That might be enough of a stretch for you. If you need any more, you can start to pull this leg towards your face. Take just a couple breaths here. Now as we're doing that, let's bring our right knee up. So foot's on the ground, right knee is just going to come up. Go ahead and take this left ankle, and we're going to put it right on top of that right knee. So create a little hole in between your legs. Go ahead and reach your left arm through that hole in the legs. Reach around with your right arm. We'll grab with this right knee, and we'll slowly just start to come back. Your left elbow can push this left knee out. If this is too much of a stretch for your hip, just go ahead and cross that leg over completely. You can still get a pretty good hip stretch there. But if it feels good to have that knee all the way out, go ahead and do that. Take about 4 more deep breaths here. right, good. Just go ahead and slowly let that right foot come to the ground. Take that left leg off. Send that left leg straight to the ground. Go ahead and bring that right knee up. Start on the right side now. So start hugging that right knee into our chest. Either pull to the chest, or if it feels more natural, you can go kind of towards the right armpit a little bit more. Start to move it left to right a little bit. Find the extra tight areas. All right, so we're going to take our hands from the top of the knee, the shin. We're going to send it behind the right knee. Start to straighten out that leg. Again, try to push that heel towards the ceiling. Toes point back towards your face. Maybe that's enough of a stretch, or if you want, you can start to pull the foot back towards you. Try and start to bring that left knee up. Left foot's still going to stay on the ground. Go ahead and take this right ankle and cross it right on top of the left knee. Go ahead and reach your arm through the hole. Right arm goes through the hole that your legs make. Reach around, grab that left knee. And again, you can push that right knee out if you want, or if that's too much for you, you can cross that right leg all the way over. A little bit easier stretch there. Still a good stretch on the hips. Got 2 more deep breaths here. Good. Now slowly bring that left foot down. Keep that right leg crossed on it. Go ahead and cross that right leg all the way over that left leg here. Bring your hands out to the sides. We're going to pick our hips up and just move them a couple inches to the left. Okay, so right leg is crossed over left. Then both knees are going to fall over to the right. You start to feel that twist in your body. You can take your right hand, put it on top of that right knee, a little extra weight there. You can take your left arm, shoot it up above your left shoulder. Couple breaths. This will be our last move here. All right, we're going to bring our knees up, but first take that right leg off the left. Go ahead and bring both knees back up. Go ahead and hit the other side. So we'll cross that left leg over the right leg now. Move our hips just a couple inches to the right, and let both knees fall to the left. Again, left hand can go on top of that left knee for a little extra weight. Right arm shoots up above your head. Couple breaths here on this side. All right, let's go ahead and take that left leg off the right knee. Send both knees back up to center. Go ahead and do any extra poses that you want to do. Maybe a happy baby, or knees in the chest, really anything that you want. Whenever you're ready, we'll all just move back to Shavasana. We'll have just a couple minutes here. So Shavasana pose, legs just go long, feet fall out to the side, arms go along the sides of your body, palms face up, eyes are closed. Shavasana, simply laying here, letting your body soak up all that stretching you just did. Maybe you return to that breath that we used earlier of the count in, pause at the top, count out. Great way to try to meditate here. Try to keep your focus on your breath. Whenever it starts to wander, just bring it back. I'll be quiet and let you enjoy. All right, we're going to slowly make our way out of this. So just start to move your fingers around your toes. Take one last big inhale. Shoot your arms up above your head. Toes point. One last full body stretch. Exhale. Just roll over to one side. Go ahead and push on up to seated. And we are all done with yoga today. Whew, I feel pretty good. Hopefully you enjoy that stretch. I really appreciate you, whoever you are that joined. This recording will be available on YouTube whenever. If you ever want to come back to it, you can. But I really appreciate it. Namaste. God bless. Have an awesome Tuesday. Appreciate you being here. Leave me a comment if you want. Have a good one.